Hello, hello. I wanted to share some thoughts from my heart with you guys today. I had a Facebook memory pop up that showed Colin signing on with OSU to play rugby after his senior graduation. And it was already on my radar to talk about generational curses and blessings with you guys today. But that picture really drove home the point and made it a little bit harder to jump on here and share these thoughts. But I know that I needed to. And this might not make total sense to some people who have never heard of this subject. Sorry, I got hair in my eyes. Of generational curses or generational blessings. But if you have questions, I would definitely be glad to have the conversation with you. But for now, I became a Christian and started trying to do different and better with my life. Not that somebody who's not a Christian isn't trying to do better and different and good with their lives. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying for me, that became a shift, a turning point in my life, from a trajectory that was not good for me or my family. But by then, Colin was already 14 years old. And therefore, my younger children, mostly him and Michaela, had only known a lot of hard things that I didn't know how to change, but I wanted to change. I knew they needed to change. I just didn't have the tools in my toolbox to know how. And I didn't really know anybody else that knew how either. But when I began learning better, I began doing better, which then kind of starts to reverse the curse, so to speak. Just to kind of coin a phrase. And I began trying to build generational blessings while dismantling the negativity that had been built up in our lives. A generational curse could kind of be defined as something that just kind of keeps happening over and over and over again throughout the generations, the lineage in your family line, that maybe you just don't understand why it's happening, and people kind of just say, well, that's just the way it is. That's the way it's always been. And they don't really know what to do about it. And addiction, unfortunately, doesn't discriminate. And I would say that by Colin's senior year, just be full disclosure, I want to be as transparent as I feel comfortable being. And I would say we saw some things that we were concerned about, but I would not say in any way he was in any type of full addiction. But in hindsight, in all fairness, it had probably begun. And I don't think he knew what to do about it either. In fact, sometimes when I asked certain questions, his answer would be, I don't know why. And I believe that with all my heart. And I believe it for anybody else who is stuck in any kind of negative cycle, and you ask them the whys, or why don't you do better, or why are you doing this, or I don't know why. Especially with eating, even that can be called an addiction if it's got your life out of control in any kind of way. And I myself have been over 80 pounds heavier than I am now at one point in my life. And every day I wanted to change. And if you asked me, well, then why was I repeating it the next day when I vowed not to? And I certainly would have told you, I don't know why. But where I'm going with this is that it's now my goal, maybe a mission, to help other moms learn better and do better. Reverse the curse and implement those generational blessings so that they will hopefully never have to know the loss that I have. And therefore, for their children will have better. Their grandbabies will have even better. Because our ceiling is their floor. And if we want them to have better, we have to do better. Stick on this journey with me, and let's discover that together. Bye-bye for now.